Goes jiggle peeking towards B lower. He knows no one's crossed towards B upper. He hears steps towards Pop Dog. There's an op towards Ali. You know it's going to be an AT.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they're going to be able to read those kind of situations. Ninth round is underway. So
finally.
We'll see how this one is going to pan out now that we are onto the map. And Murky, despite being the reason that NSG are here on the server, not actually rocking the logo, rocking his own little picture there. So
yeah, he's actually, he just left his last team. He left NSG as they qualified for EPS to play with friends. Regrets the decision. And here he is again.
Oh, 1v1, boys. Here we go. So it is going to be Radix getting to pick their side. They win out the ninth round in the end. See where they do choose to go here on train.
Probably CT side. Who was it the one? Sorry, I wasn't paying full attention. Who was it the one the ninth?
I knew until you asked me. It was Radix.
Right. So this is where things get a bit tricky here for NSG. I feel like for NSG, if they're going to have the upset win as I'm not expecting, but maybe foretelling, this pistol is pivotal. Win the pistol, get to a 3-0 start. The reason being it's important is because if you win that T-side pistol, if the CT side force, going into the next buy round or the first buy round, they're going to be lacking orbs, they're going to be lacking molotovs, they're going to be lacking utility. It's very easy to snowball that 3-0 T pistol into a 5-0 by winning the first buy round. And then suddenly you've got 5 T rounds. You gain any more and suddenly it's a massive added bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, for anyone at home that is sort of new to Counter-Strike, maybe just tuning in through just seeing the stream on Twitch, Train is a very CT favored map. This is definitely a defensive map, a good map on that defensive side. So whoever's on Terrace to start things off, if they can have a good few rounds, and like you say, if they can snowball that pistol, it can be massive in the grand scheme of the game. And especially once you get towards that second half of the game, it can be the difference maker. But I believe one of the players did actually leave the server. So
brilliant, absolutely
just
brilliant.
Be waiting for him to jump back on in, and then maybe we can actually start this game. But we'll have to wait and see. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. I mean, for NSG, as I said before, they need an early momentum start. For Radix, I said it's 65-35. You know, if this map's played 10 times, I still see them winning it. You know, 7 out of 10 times, maybe 6 out of 10 times. I feel like the skills on the side of Radix, but we need to see at least one win here from NSG. They can't go 0-8 in the league or 0-7, whatever it will be. It just simply isn't good enough.
Yeah, we've got to see something. But we've already talked about it, but maybe just Murky coming back could be their opportunity.
Exactly. The Cinderella story, the motivation's there. We think, you know what, boys, we can make this one happen. This is our game versus Radix. They've lost their last 2 games. They're also playing on the stand-in. It's on even playing fields.
Absolutely. It could be the case. We'll have to see, though. And obviously, Radix not going to have Arders with them, fortunately, but still definitely got some strong contenders on their lineup. So definitely a few names to be keeping your eyes on, and hopefully they'll be able to make things happen. We are going to be going in just over a minute's time. I believe everyone's onto the server, and we're just going to be able to jump in momentarily for you lot. So do stick around, get ready. You've got about, I would say, about 75 seconds until this game is going to kick off. So if you need to get a glass of water, need to quickly nip to the loo or anything like that, now's your opportunity before this game kicks underway. Kicks off, goes underway, whatever. Begins.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you had 75 seconds to live, what would you do?
I go to the toilet quickly, get a glass of water.
Really? Do you know what I'll do? I would Google gaming from Current's PC World, and then also order the next, you know, Intel graphics card. Then maybe, you know, if my
Intel don't do graphics cards.
What do they? Same thing. Processors. Order that one. You know, I'll check my bank account as well, because obviously the inheritance is going to be there. You know, what I leave to my friends and my family. Yeah. So I'll have to go pay safeguard.
Pay safeguard your inheritance. Interesting maneuver.
You know, and you know, need for see the new chairs, right? That's where we sit. And I'm going to sit in a grave for very, 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 very long. And therefore, I'd message Need for See about my grave.
Yeah, and then you could, the funeral and all that, it's going to need to be broadcast to friends and family across the world, so make sure that they've got their AOC monitors set up so they can participate in the funeral even from a distance.
Wow.
And that is how all of our sponsors are related to Snod's death. Interesting segue. But
so much as if I run all of them, and it's all a massive...
Next level kind of... I don't even know what the word is.
Anime betrayals.
Yeah, top 10 anime betrayals. Top 10 sponsorship betrayals. Hopefully, the game will begin soon, so we can stop rambling. Oh, speak of the devil, 3 seconds away. Radix are going to be on our CT side. Unsurprisingly there, it's going to be an SG starting on the T side. Actually, a Deagle coming out for Neff here. Someone's given him a Deagle. He's got his body armor. He's going full Super Soldier right now.
Really? On the CT side? Okay, let's take a look at this one, though. Fast play coming in towards the A site. KP spots them all.
Yeah, he spotted them out, and now they're going to try and charge on through, winning the long-range battles, actually, as KP's managed to get one. Bodemaster also finishes one in the end. Actually, he's got a 3K for himself as well. Nice little headshot there. And Murky, suddenly all alone. He did get 2 kills to start things off, but it's going to be Bodemaster. 4 kills in the first round of the game. That is how you step onto a server.
Yeah, it feels like all that rank S from Bodemaster has been paying off here. 3K, actually the 4K, apologies, coming in towards that B site. And you can see he has only 4 kills, Munch, but no one else has a frag. So what happened to that last player? Good old Exacti. Got the team frag, didn't he? So it was a 4 versus 3. Exacti gets the team kill, a 3 versus 3. And obviously the remaining frags found by Bodemaster. So 1-0 here for Radix Esports. As now the push is coming in, the confidence is starting to build. But Murky on the resurgence, back into this one, obviously trying to make some noise and make a name for himself. Obviously he left the team just as they joined EPS. So you're going to be losing that recognition you're searching for.
Yeah, nice little shot coming out from Murky as well. You could see the confidence on Bodemaster, the aggressive positioning, wanting to find extra kills. And that's really going to kind of put a halt to that. Has to just sit still for the round and wait for his team to play this one out. So maybe just cool him off a little bit. It's going to be a trade there, headshot for headshot. As Neff's going to be pushed back by that smoke, just needs to retreat slightly.
Well, 4 versus 3 here, off the back of Murky's double entry here towards Ali. As now Zacti able to lurk out through heaven towards the B-bomb side. Cape is going to have no idea. Oh, did not spot him. Oh my goodness, didn't see him. Lands attack though. Now, onto low HP, will eventually be taken down. And this throws a massive span in the works as to, do NSG still go towards this B-bomb site?
Ooh, trying to land the shot. Oh, that is disastrous. Hype is going to find the headshot in the end with the FAMAS. 4 HP remaining when he took that shot as well, so good job by him. Ducky, though, with a couple of players low on the side of Radix, he could still make this happen with an M4. It's going to be a lot on KP's shoulder with that scout. He needs to be accurate, and that is going to be huge from Casa to open things up. He'll be able to find himself a weapon as well, and suddenly, things don't look so hot for Radix. They've only got an SMG and a scout, whereas they're up against 2 rifles on the side of Nuclear Storm. They're going to be able to get this plant down unless Casa is overrun right now. This is his opportunity. 1 headshot, 2. That is going to be a round, and he gets himself a hat-trick.
1-1. Murky with a double entry towards Ali. Opens up the round for NSG. I thought for a second Zacti nearly threw it there as he went down towards the B cell after lurking out perfectly. Good rotations. Crucial frag found by Casa as well onto the low HP player. That was Hype. Opens up the A site. The rotations come in. And Casa denies it. 1-1 now, and this is great for NSG to maybe find some momentum in this whole league, let alone this whole map. So they make the charge towards B, just going to be KPC of the Deagle.
Oh, already dinked out though, he needs to back away if he wants to survive this, or just about getting away with his life, but can't turn around and get the shots. Will go down. Excuse me. Here we go now. Bodemaster is tagged as well. This is already done and dusted for the side of Nuclear Storm. They've got the bomb down. Everybody's incredibly low for Radix. Unless they can find something miraculous, but it doesn't seem very likely on this one, unfortunately, for them. Actually, an AK found, though, for Hype, so definitely not the worst situation in the world. At least they can pull a rifle out of the round, even if it's not going to be a victory. They didn't really invest too heavily into things here, so they're going to be quite happy just to walk away with anything.
Time is ticking away. Obviously, the health being so low for Radix, there's no real point to throw away with the weapons you have, but maybe angry there, second thoughts. But bomb eventually going to explode here. Going to send us to a 2-1 score now as we head into round number 4. And what's important is, look what's saved here for Radix. There's still a chance for them into this 4th round. AK saved. Hype can drop over a scout. He's $50 short of a FAMAS. But I don't think you force this if you're Radix. You know, maybe if one player survived for NSG and you knew that NSG's money was low, you could try force and break their economy. You know, but at this rate, with their money being stable, with there being no, real chance of shattering their NSG side's economy, don't run the risk. It's pointless.
Yeah, no reason to just throw money into the wind. Neff actually going to be tagged very heavily there. Bodemaster also took a hit. This already looks like it's going to be an NSG round regardless of everything else. The Mac 10 not going to work out as Hype finds himself killed with his AK. It's actually Zacti going down, which means maybe something could happen. But look at the health bars. That's the issue for Radix, is because they've already been tagged, headshots don't even matter anymore. It's just about landing any kind of shots. Just body shots will do. 3 members remain for Radix. Need to see something coming out here, but I don't think they're even going to try to go for a retake here. I think they're just quite happy to allow this one to go down. Ducky finds an extra kill for himself on the exit as well. And in the meantime, these 2 CT players just desperately trying to hold on to the lives, trying to hold on to any equipment that they can keep in their midst.
Obviously, for Angry has the Mac 10. Can try and play for some exit frags here. Obviously, $600 per frag. Hype. We split it up, but eventually give me land on that shot. So for once, NSG have the lead in the game. Maybe this is what they need. An advantage early on their T side to convert that on their CT side, but we're going to go into the first full buy round here, Munch. 3 rifles. Yeah. The SMG is going to be kept by Neff, so rather questionable unless he goes into us pop. Potentially has a good spawn to go into us pop. Has the forward spawn. Oh, this is such a... I actually really like this call come out from NSG, but they're going to be expecting the second player here, but it doesn't matter. Murky comes in.
That is actually huge from Murky. Nice shot there coming through, but Capiz finds 2 for himself and shuts down the push in its tracks. 3 versus 3. The bomb is going to go down here. Maybe this could still be a great round for Nuclear Storm, honestly.
This might be a save. Smoke comes out towards Connector. There's no rotations coming in now through the ace side. They're all coming in from behind. Murky spots them out. Molotov will delay the push. No defuse gets here, Munch, and the peek from Heaven going to spot them all out towards the upper. They can fall back, but Ducky... Oh no, what's this?
Look at this. Oh, he's going for it, drops down. He's not going to find anything. I mean, valiant effort.
What?
Oh, Murky! What was that shot? Neff suddenly finds himself on his own. Exacti is around as well. Neff, I don't think he can get the defuse on this one, mate. He's trying to find his way out of the situation. Gets himself a headshot, so at least there's a kill there. At least there's an AK in his hands. But the round will go the way of NSG in the end. And can we just talk for a second about that shot from Murky?
We can talk. It's all right, mate. You can talk to me about any of your problems, anything. You know, you can always open up to me. I'll be honest.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. It's always good to have a supportive co-cast on.
You're welcome. But yeah, I mean, that shot towards lower. The no-scope comes in. Crucial shot to land because, as you saw, there was no way they were going to be winning that 1 versus 2 if Murky did lose that duel. But a 4-1 scoreline. Murky won basically the first round they won. The 2 frags early towards Ivy. He then sets up the first bar in front of the first 3 picks into the round. Now you can see why they was making all that noise. And it's, you know, I said this. Actually, I didn't tweet this out actually, but I was. Yeah, I found the first frag into this one as well. My goodness, but he made all this ruckus, all this noise, right? People are like, okay, Murky, this could be a new player to look out for. And then he leaves his team, doesn't play in EPS, doesn't play in, you know, any of the leagues, and then makes no noise. No one cares about him anymore. He made such a poor decision leaving that team. Hopefully we see him back in NSG and making, you know, a comeback, essentially.
Oh, look at that coming out from NSG. Nice little drop boost, I guess. And Neff doesn't quite find his shot there, but will answer it in the end. Make sure that he's not going to be wasting this orb. Finding one for himself. 3 versus 4 now. Radix, they need to get this round. They've invested pretty heavily, but Zacti will find the headshot onto Neff. It's answered by Hype, though, with his UMP. He's going to be able to rack up a little bit of cash with the SMG there. But this still looks pretty great for Nuclear Storm, honestly. They're going to get the bomb down. Still got 3 members, or make that 2 members as Hype finds himself a second one with the SMG. He's having a good round for himself. Now Capiz has arrived as well with his Famous. Hype gets another one, living up to his name right now as Murky. He's all alone on the server, has his AWP, but can he find the shots? Capiz is there, takes him out, and that is going to be a defuse. What a round coming out from Radix.
How much more can be done? 5 versus 4's had. Hype, though, comes in, saves the round there for Radix. If they'd lost that round, Munch, they would have been eco'd. 5-1 would have been the scoreline. They would have been to an eco. 6-1 would have been the scoreline for NSG, and the point I was making of getting the early rounds was coming to fruition. But notice what I said there. Was. That's a past tense word. As now into the present, it's all gone out the window. Instead, though, their money is still going to be fairly low. Only 2 players surviving for Radix, so it will be 2 orbs coming to the foreground here for the CT side, and that could be what they need to counter the play so far from Murky. Obviously, it's very hard to AWP versus double up setup because you peek T main, there's an AWP holding you. You peek towards alley, there's an AWP holding you. You peek towards B, there's an AWP there. It makes the round so much harder to open up on your T side for your fellow teammates. But Molotov's coming in towards PopDoc. Once they have pop control, looking at where the rest of the players are towards NSG, it looks like it will eventually come in towards an A split.
Here we go, starting the round off nicely for Angry. Gets his shot off with his AWP. It is a double AWP situation here for the side of Radix. 3 M4s as well on the lineup. So definitely, economically speaking, they're feeling good in this round. They should hopefully be able to convert that into a win, especially with the man advantage. But a lot of this is going to rest on Murky. He has been a huge player already in this game for the side of Nuclear Storm. If he can use that AWP well, maybe they can shut down the economy of Radix, because this would be a huge round to win for Nuclear Storm as well, getting that reset.
4 versus 4. Angry with the pixel angle here towards PopDoc. As the backup of Burner as well, playing towards the red trending towards team main. So misses the opportunity first, but has the second shot.
Full blind as well.
Now 5 versus 3.
There's a third one. Look at this round from Angry. That was unreal, that blind shot. Bodemaster going to finish the round off in the end, but that was all about Angry with that AWP. Just phenomenal stuff out of the player.
And now look at this, how the tides have turned, Munch. It's going to be the Eco coming out from NSG. They were 1 round away from forcing out the harsh reset, the shattering of the economy for Radix. They bring it back, or should I say Hype brings it back. And now with the Eco coming out from NSG. So this should go 4-4. But then again, you know, the T side already having 4 rounds. It's looking good. We favor this heavily for the CT side. And so far, NSG are doing far better than they usually do. Normally when we cast them, Munch, it's usually, what, 16-5 or a 16-7. So as long as they can get past that, I'll be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. They could well check out Neff's biceps as well. Look at his little picture there. Looking buff.
Him. That's not him.
It's an interesting wall he's got behind him as well.
Yeah, I was going to allude more to the hair. I think the hair's more unorthodox, to be honest.
I mean, the hair's not great. It's not great.
Oh, you're not a fan of guys with long hair?
Oh, not as a species, but
excuse me?
Just that guy in specific.
Well, specifics aside, speaking of this one globally, already the first frag found by NSG as the flashbang comes out. Hype going to jump off the ladder. Oh, doesn't go for the peak, actually going to be smoked off and warded off so far. But Capiz equalizes the numbers of 4 versus 4.
There we go, Neff. Going to be backing up his team here. Capiz flashed out middle of the map. Now 4 AKs still remain for Nuclear Storm, but the bomb is down. This is a pretty good position for them. Difficult retake for the side of these CTs for Radix to take control of things again. Bonemaster has his AWP and will find one, but Murky has found 2 for himself. Casa as well takes out the last player. Nuclear Storm have managed to get another round. This is a scrappy game. This is going to start to go back and forth. I can sort of feel that these two teams actually very evenly matched so far.
Wow. Murky, the other 3K, already on 14 kills. What? Okay, fair enough, mate.
I mean, you said coming into this series that Murky being in the team once again would be a big deal for Nuclear Storm so far. Feels like he is literally the backbone of the team.
Well, Casa taking out of the equation already, Angry as well towards PopDoc. We'll find a 1 frag as well. Hype going to be getting the trade frag onto Radix for a 2 versus 4. Murky still alive though. He has been the difference maker so far into this one. Ducky, the IGL, the captain, joined by the star player, it seems. As they slow the pace this round down. The next frag is so crucial here for the T side, and they get it. But before it's instantly traded out, now Murky finds the frag onto Bodemaster. 1 versus 2, gets the fast flick shot, and now the 1 versus 1. Neff is only 14 HP. Ooh. Lands the shot. And there you have it, 5-5. As you said, this is a close game, going scrappy back and forth.
Imagine if Murky had managed to get that flick in that round. That would have been unbelievable. Currently on, he's on double anyone else's score on the entire map right now. Murky is having the game of his life, but could not quite finish off the round. That was the issue. So close to it, but it was Neff that finished him off in the end, and it means that it's 5-5 on the scoreboard. But regardless, they've got the 5 terrorist rounds that they needed. So moving towards the second half, it could be huge. Look at the spray coming out from Bodemaster. Even a team kill in there as well. Oh my goodness, Nuclear Storm. That is not a fun round for them.
Just going to be Casa, last alive, just find 1 the AK, actually second. So 1 versus 3 has Kevlar into this round. It was the quasi-buy come out from NSG, so they can buy up into the next round, I imagine. Is there a real chance from into this one? I'm not quite sure. No utility, can't smoke down lower, take these isolated 1 versus 1 duels. If there is a silver lining here for Casa in this scenario, is the fact he has 1:05 on the clock. The real goal here is to try and isolate each and every duel into a 1 versus 1. If he gets double peaked here from Hype and Capers, he's going down.
Here we go. We'll see if anything magical can happen here. Looks for the first kill. We'll be able to find it, and that is the signal to drop that bomb. Hype is on the scene, but he's not going to push too aggressively. Casa is going to get taken out in the end. Hype just holding that angle, knows that he's got an opponent stepping on out anytime soon. We'll be able to get the kill. We'll be able to get the defuse as well. So good stuff coming out from Radix. They are going to be able to take this round for themselves. And we'll see what Nucleus Dom can do to kind of answer the situation off of this one, because they were the ones that started everything strong in this game, but the last couple of rounds, Radix have started to build a little bit of momentum now. It feels like Radix are starting to warm up, perhaps.
Yeah, potentially. For NSG, you're not going to get an opportunity like this. I mean, in terms of the kills so far, Murky has Zacties, Ryback's, and Cass's frags combined. Now, we can't obviously allude to kills the whole time, but these aren't just eco frags. These are impactful kills, early picks, frags that set up victory for the latter portions of the round as well. It's not simply just eco frags versus unarmored CT players. He's been having all the impact so far. Smoke's coming in towards the A site. 5 AKs here for NSG as they're lacking the ops, but it's all a ruse, Munch. As now they walk in towards the B side, but there's 2 players here. But as I say that, Hype is going to stay towards the B side, and that doesn't bode well here for the T side. Smoke's come in, Ducky finds the first frag, so 5 versus 4. NSG, they need this round.
Yeah, Hype, though, has already found 2 kills through himself, even through Smoke, I believe, there. Didn't quite catch up on the camera, but still 4 CTs remaining. This is looking pretty good. Angry does get tagged pretty heavily, though. In the meantime, it's going to be Ryback now trying to push on forward. He'll go down. Hype gets himself a 3rd kill of the round, and suddenly Ducky kind of out of sorts here. He's not even got the bomb with him. Going to try and find a rotation on through here. Maybe can find a pick or 2. I mean, there is potential to do some serious economic damage because they don't know where he is just yet.
Oh, just find the first shot. There's no way expects Neff though from behind, and there you have it. 7-5 now as we go to round number 13. True advantage though for Radix in 2. What seems to be shaping up to be quite dominant CT half here from Radix. I say dominant, they can still make this one 10-5, and this lead from Radix as well is most likely going to be extended. Already going to be a 2-round advantage. You factor in the eco now coming out from NSG. High chance we see an 8-5 scoreline. At that point as well, Munch, Radix have already won the half as a bare minimum. They've got 8 rounds. So for NSG, they're looking for an 8-7 or a 9-6, and there is real potential for them in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. They're feeling good off of the back of this half, to be quite honest. And Radix, as they head over towards that T side, they're actually going to have their work cut out for them. It's important for them to get these next 3 rounds. Could actually be the difference. Capis has just found himself 2. Neff as well will chime in. And I think that's just going to be about all she wrote for this round. Casa, last man standing. Does have a CZ, does have the bomb, but the odds of him getting that bomb down seem pretty slim in this kind of 1v5 scenario.
1 versus 5, as you said, the real goal here for Casa. Try and dent the CT side economy as much as possible. Obviously, each frag he finds will force a rebuy in terms of utility and the weaponry as well, but unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be on the cards here. But round number 14 now, penultimate round here of the first half of a second matchup as well, Munch. 8-5, a 3-round deficit now for NSG going forward into the latter portions of the first half. We need to see Murky, at the very least, show something, because it's only really been him. Let's see, they're coming in towards team main. He's going to be taking the jewels, but Bodemaster AWPing towards the B side, so now he's going to have some, opportunities versus M4s. He's going to have the advantage at range. Maybe that's what he needs to try and open up these sites.
Let's wait and see. Murky already down to 55 HP. Hot flash goes down into ladder, but Murky has found the opener here. Good shot coming out from the sniper.
Ooh, on the leg as well.
That could have been glorious if he'd managed to get a 2nd kill there. That could have been really setting up the round for a victory. And well, Ryback is going to find one in the end onto Hype. And Hype has been a really a linchpin of a player for Radix so far in the last few rounds. He's been consistently getting 2 or 3 frags in these rounds. So actually, that's really opened up the A site pretty significantly for Nuclear Storm. They might be able to turn this into a victory.
Most likely. Going to be a 4 versus 2 now. Neff finds one towards the green train. I don't know exactly where he is. Ducky from behind on the lurk. Going to be catching him from behind. But Burnermaster, rank S Master, some of them call him, as he's going to be in the 1 versus 3. Lands the second shot as well. And there's a real chance to this one. Ducky goes for the overface. He lands the pre-fire. 40 seconds left, and Murky wants none of it.
Oh my goodness, Burnermaster.
Oh,
he's turning it on. Murky has gone around over to the B site. He knows that that is not a peak that he wants to make onto Burnermaster. After he's playing like that, manages to take out all 3 of Murky's opponents. But Murky has been the one to watch this entire game. And oh, the flash is beautiful from Burnermaster. Both players with a sniper in their hands. This is the 1v1, and it is going to go the way of Murky. Just holding that angle will be able to finish things off in the end. Burnermaster does not get the round, but, you know, fair play to the man. He gave it his best.
Yeah, I mean, Ryback, Zakti, plus Cass's kills, still combined is the same as Murky's. 18 frags after 14 rounds being played out. He is the firepower right now for Nuclear Storm Gaming, 8-6, and with the buy looking rather shoddy for Capis, maybe there's a chance for an 8-7 half. It's been the best half so far from NSG. I believe the most they had was the 9-6 versus Vexed. But Murky once again gets the opener for what, 3 or 4 rounds so far on the T side, but Neff going to get the trade frag onto Zakti in towards T main, so we return to more of an equalized scoreline here. Minute 25 seconds left on the clock. This is the final round, remember, and NSG are going to want to find it. Angry gets the information on his pop dog, and this should mean a rotation towards B. Someone has to help hype here. Otherwise, it could be a 2. Oh, Murky with the boost! Okay, there are some games where every single decision you make works, and there's some games where every single decision you make doesn't work. And this is one of those ones where every single, you know, instinct that Murky's had has been a successful thought, but misses the shot there onto Burnermaster 3 will live for now, but it's still a 3 versus 3.
There you go, Murky, as you say, just been absolutely on point so far across the course of this matchup. There's going to be Ryback finding one onto Neff as well, and I think with Neff going down, that might just be sealing out this round, I'm afraid. If you're a Radix fan, it's not looking very good. Actually, Angry pushes onto the site, though. Kassa does have his number. And in the meantime, Ryback finishes off Burnermaster. That is going to be the end of the half. But only an 8-7 scoreline. This is a tied-up match.
20 frags from Murky in the first half and only 7 rounds. They've still lost the half. It's not as if you've got eco frags. These were entries and impactful frags to set up these round victories.
I mean, I think one of the players I've been most impressed by so far is Burnermaster. He's not had the best consistency across the course of the game, but the rounds that he manages to flick that switch, I mean, it was in the pistol round, he managed to get 4 kills for himself, and then we saw him literally 1v4 with an AWP. It ended up losing out the 1v1 to Murky in the end, but the 3 kills on the A site was so impressive.
Yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. For me, the most impressive thing about the performance there from Murky was the entries. 4, 5 entries on the T side, you know, towards Connector, towards Alley, towards B lower. All went in his favor. It's one of those games where everything you do works, and sometimes that happens. It's very rare, but sometimes it does happen. But 7-8, obviously this is still a very even matchup, but then again, you know, this is a favored CT-sided map bunch, remember that. So for NSG getting 7 rounds, it's quite something, but, you know, no one else on the server's really stepped up. The issue you can have sometimes when only one player steps up in a half is no one else is really feeling it from your team. So if Murky goes quiet now on their CT side, this could be, you know, a 16-10 easy for Radix.
Here we go, we'll have to find out, but NSG have definitely shown their stuff in that first half, getting 7 rounds on the terrorist side, and now it's their turn to defend, it's their turn to hold these sites, and immediately Radix pushing over towards B site. But maybe could drop down. But B has definitely been the focus for the side of NSG during that first half. B was definitely where they wanted to go the most, and looks like it's going to be the same situation here for Radix as we start things off. Pushing onto the site, Neff finding one for himself, and they should be able to get the bomb down here, but Ryback finds on Murky as well. Burnermaster will drop the bomb, but I don't know if they can win out this pistol with just 2 members remaining. Oh, nice shot from Burnermaster. Will be traded though. And Hype, last man standing. Just wants to stall here. Has
There's
a molly
no smoke.
in hand.
There's no smoke. They have to tap the bomb. They have to tap the bomb.
Okay, drops the molly down. Now they know where he is.
Oh
Murky
my god, he is
him.
disgusting.
4 kills. He's basically just done a Boda Master.
Literally. Literally. He stole the master out of Burden's name and left him as Burden.
Murky Master stepping up to the scene. 4 kills in the pistol. 24 for the round for the game so far.
Right, let's add this up real quick.
Look at the kills.
Yeah, let's add this up. Let's add this up. So 6, 8, 12 plus Ducky. What's 12? Am I crazy?
Right?
Yeah, something like that. So he's 4 kills behind. If he gets a quad kill versus the Eco, we could be looking at quite the nuclear star gaming performance. Sorry.
I mean, no comment on that one. Here we go, pushing on through Radix. Trying to find their way onto this site. It's going to be Zapti. Finding 2 for himself with his SMG. Pulls out the UMP, but will get finished off in the end. Neff getting that one. Boda Master. Oh, picks the worst possible time to reload. Murky only with 1 kill for himself this round, so he's not going to be able to close that gap anymore. The rest of the team managed to steal away some of those kills. To be honest, that's the storyline I'm most excited about now, to see if Murky can overtake the rest of his team combined.
Do you know what's nice? Do you know what's funny?
What?
This is some catch-22 stuff. Nuclear Storm Gaming lose every game so far in the Premiership. Have to sub all games bar 1. And ironically, the 1 game they may win, they're being carried by a sub.
Yeah. That is pretty much definition of painful irony. Here we go. Angry. Just going to be blocked off by Molly. I don't know why I said here we go, because it was literally just...
Here we go!
Here we go. Man holding an angle.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Here we go. Gets one on Casa. Told you Angry was the guy to watch. He was holding the right angle. Just like an end.
Hello?
Here we go.
What's this? Well, strange plays coming out so far here from NSG as they go 1 by 1 in towards teammate. Murky, though, here he is. Big old Murky in towards the green train. Flashed off the angle. Going to be battered and slapped down by Capers. All down to Slackton on the 1 versus 5. He found frags versus the Ecos, but what happens when your position now have guns, mate? It's a lot harder, isn't it?
I mean, you're not wrong. That is some high-tier analysis right there. Although, that said, last game, that was definitely not the case.
That's very true. That is very true.
The microphone there, mate. Oh, watch out for that one.
That's very true. 9-9. We're all squared up here going into round number 19.
Here we go. CZ's across the board for Nuclear Storm Gaming. But theoretically, this should be a pretty comfortable round for Radix, but we've seen crazier things happen here in the ESL Premiership. Zacti is hiding around that corner, wants to find a nice opportunity for himself, but it's going to be a difficult catch if he can get it.
Smoke towards lower, Molotov behind default, and the flashbang drain in. Zacti behind the smoke here. He needs a flash, he needs something to blind up these Radix players because they could easily swoop in towards the B site and run amok already, but pushing in is going to be hype. Maybe gives away an AK, gives away opportunity for NSG into this one.
Ooh. Spots the player, backs away, gets a couple of tags through the smoke as well. Zacti can make something happen here. I think they know where he is. No, they don't. Gets out Angry as well. This is the way to find your way into a round right here. Zacti making things happen. Casa, he's been read like a book right there. Will go down in the end. It's just Ducky and Zacti trying to find something to work with. Capers, he's been spotted. Ducky wants to try and push for that kill, but I don't think that's something that's going to happen this time. He's actually going to push further down. Zacti got another one in the meantime, but the bomb is going to explode anyway. Valiant effort from the last 2 members there. Ducky and Zacti both seriously trying for that round, but just not enough time on the clock.
Well, damage was dealt, though, economically. Once the rebuys and the drops come in, how much money and cash is Radix going to have left across the board? That was the quasi-buy I remember from NSG. And remember, only 1 player survived Munch, so they're going to go for the risky force buy. I say risky, actually, it's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was going to be, you know, UMPs and MP9s, but it's actually fairly good. Fairly robust. Third man step for Katsa. Defuse goes across the board. They have a Molotov to 3 players. Lacking some smokes, but they have something to work with at least. It's going to be Zacti soloing towards the B site. KP is probably going to walk off heaven. Try and take that duel. Zacti, they're playing so passive. He needs someone to come in and rotate.
Murky finds one to open things up. Capers answers it in the end. And Hype Already got the bomb down in the situation, so good start of things for Radix, but Murky's actually already found his second kill for the round. He is not done with this game just yet. He wants to make things happen. Knows where K-Piz is, waiting for the peek, finds his third of the round. Angry is pushing up through the smoke though. This could be dangerous. Once he gets up close and personal against that AWP, he will be able to find the shots. Will shut down Murky in the end and turns it around. Hype finishes off Ducky, and Radix getting 11th on the board. Shut down the 4-spy and leave the NSG economy in absolute tatters.
11-9 into round number 21 then. Murky gets the 3 frags and the retake. The problem is though, Zacti's pushed off the angle. Must have been lacking utility, lacking something, because it's so easy for Radix just to walk down ramp, walk out heaven, have a sandwich, you know, peek onto him essentially. No rotation came in, which meant a free sight essentially. Zacti about to be tested once again up close to personal this season, eventually going to be taken down there by Hype, so 5 versus 4. And no Kevlar here for the CT side, so if the retake on the last round was hard, Munch, this one's even harder.
Yeah, this one's not going to be a fun round for NSG. That's going to be Murky going down, and when Murky falls, you kind of lose hope for the rest of this squad, or at least if this game is any kind of indication. 11-9, and that is shortly going to become 12-9 here, as Radix find themselves a very comfortable round. Cape is obviously with the AWP in hand, but I think Hype has really been the standout player for me on Radix so far this game. He's been very consistently good across the board. He's found 1 or 2 kills in most of the rounds, and obviously we've had some highlight rounds from other players. We've had Angry really stepped up a couple of times, and Bodemaster obviously I already talked about before. But Hype, I think, very consistently doing a solid job in this one, and actually Angry going to find the last kill of the round as well.
Has the momentum fallen away now for NSG? You know, they had the 9-7, 9-8 advantage. They won the pistol, they get reset. This is a do or die round now. They lose this one here, Munch, and I just don't see it happening. You know, it'll go 13-9, they're going to be reset. 14-9 essentially in favor of Radix, and I don't see NSG coming back from this. Murky though, going to be going for the pick towards lower. And is anyone going to walk into his crosshair? Angry going to be falling to the flames. And instantly, no one's going to be testing Murky towards CT lower. But as I say that though, coming in towards B upper. Ooh, Def goes for the peak and will be losing his life. So 5 versus 3. Over the back of the Molotov on the up now from Murky. So 1 minute 25 seconds left on the clock. And the 2-player advantage. The rest of the players lurk their way at A.
Here we go, Hype stepping forward. He knows that the people are laying in wait. Actually spots a player. I think he maybe thought there was a flash coming. Hype trying to get another one, but Ducky wins out that trade in the end. Ryback looking down from above, waiting for an opportunity. As actually Cape is managing to get one with an explosive grenade. Now we'll have to see what can be done from these 2 remaining Radix players. Can they get the bomb down, most importantly? Bodemaster does have his AWP, and actually just maybe holding on to that rifle could be the answer for this round, as Cape is retreated all the way to spawn. Bodemaster actually finds a kill as well. And HP doesn't matter when you've got an AWP in your hand, but Murky will be able to finish him off, just waiting around that corner, finding the situation, and Cape is nothing he can do with this AK, but maybe he's going to give it a go anyway.
Maybe. Let's see, there's nothing to lose. Obviously, the money for NSG is so low. If he finds a frag here, it's going to be crucial because it sets up the next round in terms of breaking their money, resetting their cash, and that could be their gateway to closing out the map here for Radix. But bomb going to be planted in the vision of Ryback, and eventually you'll find that final frag. So 10-12, 2-round advantage still for Radix. But a must-win round for NSG. As we go now into round number 23, things get down to the wire. Radix, they have the side of money and the economy being so abundant for them. Look at that, $10,000 there for K-Piz. Once the buys come in, it is rather costly, but they still have, 3 players that could buy up into round number 24. Conversely, polar opposite for NSG. They lose this round, they get their money reset, and that could spell the end here for NSG and send them into disarray, essentially 0-7 at that point in the league, and I just don't see them ever coming out of the auto-relegation spots. This could be the difference between relegation or a chance of maybe fighting it between Enclave and them.
And this has been such a performance from Nuclear Storm as well, so much further above par for the squad. And a lot of that has been on the shoulders of Murky. We'll see if he's got the juice required to keep that going. It's difficult to maintain just destruction like this across an entire game, just to be so perfectly on point with the AWP, so perfectly on point with just his positioning and the way he's playing this map. But we'll see what Radix has to try and make this round happen. A minute left on the clock, and it looks like it is going to be the A side. Casa, the first point of contact here, finds one but immediately traded, and a teammate drops as well. Now NSG pushing in from the CT side here. Look, just about anything. Oh dear, this is not looking good. Angry goes down, but Hype answers once again. Ryback suddenly alone, and Hype is there. Oh, nice headshot though from Ryback. 2 HP remaining. It's actually a 1v1. Capers doesn't know that he's actually nowhere near right now. Needs to get that bomb down ASAP.
1 versus 1. Has to be where the Ryback could have rotated towards Popdog, towards the backlines. Spots him out, and actually Ryback's going to win it even on 2 HP. The relocation catches Capers off guard, and then you have it, 11 to 12. And Radix, how much cash have they got left to work with? I believe with the bomb plant going down as well, they're going to be able to, buy one more time into round number 24. But, and it's a big bar. If it goes 12-12, Munch, that's going to force an eco from Radix, and then a 13-12. And I'm just saying, I said this is going to be a 16-12 for Nuclear Storm Gaming, and it could very well be. But obviously, I said that last time, and they ended up getting reset themselves. So, I guess nothing in life is promised.
Except for death and taxes.
And long, drawn-out UK games.
That is also true. Here we go. Murky actually hit his 30 kills at this stage in the game as well. He's been doing pretty okay. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. I don't know if I've talked about Murky. But here we go. He's going to be sat just on top of the train. Casa obviously went down early on into this round, which is a really good start for Radix. But, you know, with the AWP in hand and Murky alive, you've got to assume that NSG are still in the round until he's taken off of the map. 5 AKs for the side of Radix, and we'll see what they're going to use those rifles to achieve.
2 players towards the B upper halls here from Radix. 1 towards Ali and 2 towards T main and T spawn. So it seems like it's going to be set for an A play. Murky going to have the first chance. Oh, Angry teasing the angle, goes for the peak, and it will eventually be taken down. Murky chimes in, can even get a second as well for himself as Capis puts the Molotov out, but misses the shot of the hand.
There we go, everyone climbing up on top of the train. Obviously, he doesn't have the X-ray like we do. Type arrives. Ducky, last man standing with his SMG, but there's not a whole lot he's going to be able to do in this round. The AKs come out true for Radix, as they manage to net themselves another one here, or you'd assume so at least. There we go, Hype finally finishing that one off. That is another round for Radix. 13 to 11 now. Look at the money for NSG. It is not a pretty sight, and this could well be Radix running away with the rest of this match if they can just keep the ball rolling.
Well,
they've got too many AKs.
Too many AKs. We need some more Mac 10s in here. Did you get that reference?
Nope.
Anyway, 11 to 11. Oh, they wish. 11 to 13 here. Radix going to be storming out towards the A side. The force pipe not going to be too strong so far here from NSG. If they lose this round, Munch, it's all over. I think you might be right, actually, with 16-12 at this point.
Well, that is if they can get to 12. We'll have to see. Nice little double spray from Angry. And now Zakti will find one for himself with the CZ, but
the
can't
knife.
there we go.
At this point, yeah, I mean, at this point for Murky, it's pretty much how many frags can I get? 31 kills. I don't see a chance of them winning this one. They basically have to save here for overtime, so concede the 15th round for Radix, make it go, you know, 4 rounds in their favor following that one. They need to go, you know, from 15-11 down back to a 15-15 to even have a chance of winning it. They can no longer win in regulation. They're ecoing.
Here we go. Apis. Final one start things off, and when it's already an eco and you lose the first kill of the game, you know it's not going to be pretty. Angry finds 2 headshots. Murky, last man standing, but really not a lot he's going to be able to do with that USP. And Hype will find the kill in the end. So, obviously a very comfortable round for Radix against the full eco, and this is the moment for NSG. This is the round that could decide whether or not they fall into auto relegation. If they can get this one, if they can win another one off the bounce, maybe there's a chance of pushing this to overtime. Maybe there's a chance of keeping themselves alive. But if this round goes down the bin, it is going to be Radix taking the victory.
It's all to play for then. Fight for overtime. 15-11 and a fast play towards the B site, and through the smoke, the pre-fire prevails. 5 versus 4 now as the sights and the rotation going to be locked off towards connector. This should be a 16-11.
There you go. Oh, but must actually missing his shot there, but finds it on the second try. And Ducky is going to go down. There we have it. That's all she wrote for this one, as Radix are going to take the victory 16-11 in the end. Oh well. Unfortunate for NSG there, because, you know, they actually did a pretty good run of it. They looked a lot better than I think some people were expecting coming into this one. And I mean, you said it right at the very start when we were looking at the roster. Murky was the player that